My name is Alan Zaragoza, and fat acceptance is something that we should not support, and let me tell you why. Disclaimer: before I go into this video, I just want to say that I have nothing against fat people. I'm against the people who are promoting this very unhealthy way of living. The Fat Acceptance Movement, or NAFA, short for National Association to Advance Fat Acceptance, started all the way back in 1960 by a guy named Bill Fabry. NAFA started to become extremely popular because recently, body positivity activists started to promote this idea through a variety of social media networks. They have various celebrities promote this movement by having them caption their pictures or just overall saying this phrase, "Fat is beautiful." For example, just by searching up the hashtag fat acceptance on Instagram, you can find more than 80,000 pictures of obese people being proud of being fat. Obesity is extremely toxic because people are becoming satisfied with being fat, and that is not okay. Being obese is basically saying goodbye to your overall well-being, as it destroys your body because it has many health-related problems, which I'm going to explain later. Not only that, but the youth is also being exposed to this movement, and they are accepting this very unhealthy way of living, and that can potentially risk their lives in the future. The obesity epidemic in the United States of America is currently affecting more than 39.8% of the adult population and 18.5% of the youth population, according to a study done by Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Combining the adult and youth data, obesity affects more than 58.3% of the population in the United States, meaning that in a population of 1 through 10, 5 or 6 of the people are obese or are overweight. Keep in mind, those studies were done back in 2015 through 2016, and those numbers might have risen already by this time. By being obese, you expose yourself to a variety of life-ending diseases, including various cancers, cardiovascular diseases, diabetes, gout, and many more. Many of the obese fat activists supporting this movement of obesity say that their conditions arise from genetic causes, but that is not the case. And as far as how genetics affect obesity, back in 1960, the obesity rate was at an all-time low, affecting more than 14% of the population in 1970. According to the study done by David Cutler, Edward Glaser, and Jesse Shapiro, they stated that back in 1970, only 14% of the US population was obese. To this date, that number has more than tripled. If genetics are the ones to blame, how come back then there weren't as many obese people? That is because people started to become more and more lazy, living a sedentary lifestyle with unhealthy diets containing refined sugar and fat-filled foods. Another way that fat people are justifying their situation is that they are saying that being fat is still being healthy. And that can be easily debunked by a simple search on Google. Being fat brings all kinds of diseases, as I listed earlier, and that is in no way healthy at all. For example, take a look at this fat activist named Linda.
We hear in the news all the time about an obesity epidemic and how people are dying of obesity. And what we see is that it's just not true. What is true is that people are heavier than they used to be. But what's also true is that we're living longer than ever before.
People ask me all the time if you can be fat and healthy. I'm not offended by that question. I feel like it reflects on me a little bit because I feel like I am a fat and healthy person.
Linda currently serves as a nutritionist, and she holds additional degrees in psychology and exercise metabolism. As a person who is currently working in healthcare, being a nutritionist, how is she going to support this idea of a very unhealthy lifestyle? It makes no sense. It's basically the same as doctors telling us that smoking cigarettes is healthy. It's not true. Overall, the fat acceptance movement is basically a group of obese people who have given up on their health and their looks but still manage to keep their ego strong by ignoring the dangers of obesity. Instead of supporting this movement and saying the infamous phrase, "fat is beautiful," to make obese people feel better about themselves, we should encourage and support them to make better and healthier life choices. And that concludes my video on why fat acceptance should not be supported. Thanks for watching.